Now that you have opened your data set, you're ready to do some analysis. We are going to start by taking a look at descriptive statistics and looking for outliers and determining if there are any. The first thing we're going to do is once our data set is open, is we are going to go up to the Analyze tab, choose Descriptive Statistics, and then Frequencies. We need to tell SPSS which column or variable we would like it to analyze. I'm going to take a look at score 3, so I'm going to highlight that and move it to my variables column. That tells SPSS that I am interested in that particular variable. Next, I will click on Statistics to tell it which I would like to look at, which statistics I would like to look at. For the purposes of this assignment, we're going to take a look at the mean, median, and mode, or the central tendencies. You do not need to click on the sum. We'll go ahead and hit Continue, and then OK. SPSS is going to run its analysis and provide us with two tables. The first contains the mean, median, and mode, and the second contains the actual data points, there was 10 of them, and how many data points were in each area. For example, 2 students scored a 145 on this test, 3 a 154, etc. These are the tables you want to copy and paste into your report, your Word document. Then you'll go ahead and answer the questions about which is the most appropriate measure of central tendency and if you feel there are any outliers. Please be sure you explain your rationale fully in terms of why there are outliers and which data points they may be, or if you feel there are no outliers, you want to be sure to fully explain that stance as well. You may want to look at a couple of different techniques for identifying outliers. For example, in this case, the mean is much lower than the median, about 5 points. That indicates we may have a low value pulling the mean down. Looking at the frequency table, I noticed that most of the test scores are in about the 145, 130 range, and there's one student who's in the 113. That's a very valid argument for an outlier. One student is very far below the rest. This 123 may be kind of right on the edge. I don't know, I'd call it an official outlier, as we do have some students getting closer to that, but the 113 does seem to be low enough to have an effect and pull that mean down. So when you identify outliers, just be sure that you very specifically justify your rationale and the actual data points you are choosing to be an outlier. Then you want to talk about which measure of central tendency is most appropriate to use and why. Hint, hint, check out your announcements, and place this all in a Word document ready for grading.